What's up, guys? Cheapies, aka Noah, back today bringing another video. This time, since Halloween is on Saturday, we're going to do the top 5 Halloween sneakers of all time. I did a little bit of research, found 5 sneakers that I think fit this category perfectly, since they are basically all Halloween themed. I didn't just go with ones that are orange and black like the shattered backboards, but they are all Halloween-ish related at least, or they could be worn with a costume if you really wanted to do that. So and these are the 5, in my opinion, top 5 of all time. I picked ones that I liked a lot, and then others that were just like super crazy, so you kind of had to go with. But if you guys want to tell me your top 5 in the comments below, that'd be really appreciated. And also make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. The channel's been going a little crazy recently. Nothing super crazy, but just getting like 2 subscribers a day. So if we can just keep that up, that'd be great. But with that being said, we'll get into the top 5. Coming in at number 5, they're actually more like a pack for this one. It's the Nike Air Force 1 Low Skeleton. They've been releasing since 2018, with the first one being the white one, and then the second one being the black, and then the one coming out on the 28th is the orange one. There's a x-ray of a foot on the side, so that's where you get the skeleton from. The orange one, like I said, is releasing this week. They're all basically the same. The white one is just all white, the black one's all black, and the orange one's actually orange with a glow-in-the-dark sole. So the orange one, like I said, released on the 28th, so there's no last sale for that. But the last sale on the white one was almost $500, and then the black one was almost $300. These are all coming from StockX, but there's been one a year for the past 3 years. I thought they worked pretty well on this list because they're pretty nice sneaker for Halloween, especially since they show that x-ray of the skeleton, and wearing them around during the rest of the year I feel like wouldn't work, but for Halloween these are perfect. And then at number 4 we have the actual only Nike sneaker on this list, and I actually thought these were pretty cool, and I feel like I remember seeing them released, but it's the Reebok Exofit Bait Ghostbusters and Stranger Things collab. These were released in 2017. They were worn by Dustin in Stranger Things. If you guys haven't seen Stranger Things, it's one of the best TV shows, at least on Netflix. It's great. Season 4 will come out eventually, but you know, with everything with COVID and everything going on, they delayed the filming of that. So usually it releases in October. It didn't happen this year, so I think these were actually worn in season 2 since it's 2017. They feature a bunch of drawn-on ghosts and the writing "No Ghost" on the toe. They're pretty nice looking. I'm pretty sure in the movie, or not the movie, the series, Dustin draws on his sneakers. The last sale on these was $200 on StockX. I thought they were just pretty cool, especially since they said no ghosts. They don't really mention Stranger Things. They're just Stranger Things collab, and they have some ghosts on it, so it's definitely a Halloween themed. I found these were better than the Air Force ones just because I actually like them more. There's the vintage one and there's the clean one. I put the vintage one down because I like the vintage one more because it has a little bit of yellowing on the soles and some of the foam, I think. But the Reebok Exofit, pretty clean looking sneaker, and it's actually the cheapest one that's going to be on this list. All right, so coming in at number 3, we have the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Paranorman. This was released in 2012 for the film Paranorman. It's filmed by Leica, and I think my uncle actually used to work for them, so I wish I was in the sneakers at the time because he might have worked for them at that time. But these were 800 pairs were released via raffle, and you had to do the weirdest photo competition and then do some hashtag. I think it was weird wins. There are 800 pairs, so they're super limited, and they feature a green flame and a neon green sole. Most of the hype around this one is because there were only 800 pairs, and Nike's actually done stuff with Leica before. I think they have one of their other movies. I forget the movie's called, but they have done stuff with them, and these were one of the craziest ones because there's only 800 pairs. So the last sale on these is $4,000. So if you really want to pick one of these up, it'd be pretty difficult, but they're out there. It's just there's only 800 pairs, and the resale is kind of crazy. All right, so number 2 is actually one of my favorite sneakers of all time. It's the Nike Off-White Blazer Grim Reaper, and then there's the Hallows Eve. The Grim Reaper is actually more of my favorite one, but I decided to glue them together because they came out at the same time. They were released in 2018. This is one of the worst L's I've ever taken just because I really wanted the Grim Reapers since I wanted the original Off-White Blazers, and I think the all-black ones look a lot better. The last sale on these was $870 for the All Hallows Eve, and then $789 for the Grim Reapers. The names alone fit into Halloween, so that's kind of why they're there. But the Grim Reapers you can wear all the time, so you can wear the All Hallows Eve. They're basically the same sneaker, it's just the colors are different. For All Hallows Eve, they're orange, they're like a light orange, and then the swoosh is dark, or like just normal orange. And then for the Grim Reapers, they're all black and the swoosh is white. The Grim Reapers, like I said, one of my favorite shoes of all time, but I had to put them at number 2 because number 1's pretty insane, just for how limited they are and how much they're going for. So, and finally at number 1, we have the Nike SB Dunk Low Freddy Kruegers. Dunks have been crazy this year, but these have been insane for a long time. The resale on these is ridiculous. These were released in 2007. The last sale on StockX is $15,000. So you can just tell by that they're crazy limited. If you guys don't know who Freddy Krueger is, the movie is Nightmare on Elm Street. I dislike horror movies a ton, so I've never seen it, but I know who Freddy Krueger is, because at this point, if you don't, it'd be pretty difficult. I've probably been chased by a Freddy when I was trick-or-treating when I was younger. But the shoe is actually a Freddy Krueger inspired striped sweater look with some blood splattered leather on it. It's pretty nuts just how insanely expensive these go for. But if you guys wanted to pick up one that's kind of like it, there's an Air Max 95 supposedly releasing pretty soon, hopefully at the end of the month. So this is probably going to be less limited than the Dunks, but they should be pretty difficult to get. So if you wanted your own pair of Freddy Kruegers, the Air Max 95 is releasing pretty soon. But these had to be number 1, just because basically how insane, even the colorway is just nuts. And then how insane the resale value is. I mean, $15,000 for a sneaker is pretty crazy. I think there's one listed on StockX for $25,000. So if you want to go buy that, there's $25,000 right there. But these are definitely the best Halloween sneakers of all time. I looked at multiple lists, and these were always at the top of all of them. So that's kind of why I had to include them in my top 5. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to tell me your guys' top 5 Halloween sneakers or Halloween themed sneakers. It doesn't have to be anything on this. You guys can have different criteria. I just wanted stuff that even had basically Halloween stuff in the name. So there's a ton more I didn't mention, but these ones were my top 5, and I thought they were pretty good. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.